In this example, we're going to try to build a quadratic equation that has solutions of x equals 5 and x equals -7. So this is a little backwards from the way we usually approach these problems. Normally we're finding the solutions, but here they're actually giving us the solutions and want us to work backwards to figure out what type of quadratic equation these solutions would have come from. So what we're going to do is we're going to think about what would the factors need to be if we had this product equal to 0. What would the factors need to be in order to yield 5 and -7 as solutions? Let's start with the 5. That solution is going to come from one of the factors, and we would need to have x minus 5, because that's the only thing that we could have as far as a polynomial term, such that if we plugged in 5 for x, we would get 0. Only 5 minus 5 would give us 0. If we had 5 plus 5, that's 10. That wouldn't give us 0. So it's got to be x minus 5. And in general, if x equals c as a solution, then x minus c will be your factor in your quadratic. Now the other one's a little tricky because it's already negative. It's x equals -7. So what do? Do we say like x minus 7? Is that what we do? Not exactly. It's actually x minus -7, because -7 minus -7 would in fact give us 0. But that looks not so great. If we think about it, a minus a negative would actually give us a plus. So actually we'll have x plus 7, which makes sense because -7 plus 7 gives us 0. You're just trying to build a factor so that if you plug that number in for x, you would get 0, because that's what it means to be a solution of this equation. When you plug it in, it makes the equation be true. Now we're not done. We're not going to stop right here. What we just did was we built the factors based off of the solutions, but we have one more step. The last thing we need to do is FOIL the left-hand side so that we see what the quadratic equation would be. X times x would give us x squared. Then we'd have plus 7x minus 5x would be plus 2x minus 35 equals 0. So this would be our solution. That's the quadratic that has 5 and -7 as solutions.